Do you find it frustrating having to drive to Albany every time you need to catch the train? We catch up with some students and hear their opinion on whether Corvallis should get their very own station.
Then, the OSU Science Department held an exhibit today that is sure to make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
And finally, are we beating the Ducks as far as giving blood glows in the annual Civil War blood drive? We will have all that and more on tonight's edition of the Beaver News. Good evening and welcome to your Wednesday night edition of the Beaver News. I'm Holly Clauson.
And I'm Stephanie Paul. We're glad you could join us this evening.
Are you tired of having to drive to and from Albany each time you need to catch the train? Well, so are other OSU students. Will Corvallis be getting their very own train station? Take a look. Train transportation is not new to the students of Oregon State University. Just asked sophomore Keenan Ward.
Well, a couple days ago, I went home down on the Amtrak down to Albany, and I had to call my friend to come up from Corvallis to pick me up from Albany, and it was just super inconvenient.
This frustration is not unique to Ward. In fact, Glencora Boradali, computer science professor at OSU, is waging a petition campaign asking for rail leadership to seek potential for a station in Corvallis. We asked Ward his thoughts on this possibility.
Well, it would be so much easier because then I would be able to go from Oregon City all the way down to Corvallis, and I wouldn't have to call in a favor every time I wanted to head back down to my home.
Ward speaks on behalf of the rest of campus in regards to how he feels the community would respond to a Corvallis station.
I think a lot of people use it, especially the 25,000 students that go to the university and all the people. Corvallis is now like a booming town, and I think a train station there would be very beneficial.
This is Holly Clauson with the Beaver News.
This past summer, it has been announced that Terry Fies, longtime OSU Electrical Engineering and Computer Science Department head, will no longer be in charge of the program as of June 2014, a decision that has left both OSU staff and Oregon Tech leaders who recruit for the school unhappy. According to an article written for the Oregonian, Intel managers, along with other industry representatives, have met with OSU President Ed Ray and informed him that this decision to dismiss Fies of her position could hinder their relationship with the university in a negative way. OSU staff and Intel workers worry that the replacement of Fies will damage the school's relationship with future employers. Fies has been department head at OSU since 1999.
Snakes, lizards, and parrots were just some of the animals you could have found today at the exhibit put on by the OSU Science Department. I went out to the event to see what people in attendance could have experienced through this hands-on reptile exhibit. Today, various members of the OSU Science Department, as well as a few outside companies, came together to teach children about science at OSU Discovery Days.
Big Owl is right there.
We caught up with Ryan Kilday of Brad's World Reptiles to ask him what they wanted children to take away from today's event.
But we want to give them just a lot of experiences where they can see these animals up close, be able to feel a lot of different kinds, and just have a really positive experience so that way they'll love these guys and hopefully appreciate them a lot more.
Animals in attendance included an American alligator, tarantulas, a ball python snake, and many more. This is Holly Clauson with the Beaver News.
Poker, raffle baskets, and more. This Saturday, November 9th, Sigma Kappa sorority will be hosting their annual Casino Night Philanthropy in the Memorial Union. The event will take place from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the MU Ballroom. The girls have been raising money for Alzheimer's throughout the last few years, and all the proceeds from this event will continue to support the program through the Sigma Kappa Foundation. The cost to get in is $15 for OSU students and staff and $25 for members of the community.
And the blood drive continues today as approximately 80 people showed up to the MU to donate. Beaver News reporters went out to the drive to see how the blood was pumping and where our standings are against the Ducks.
This fall term blood drive is actually the Civil War blood drive. Beavers and the Ducks are competing for a number of votes. So anyone who donates throughout the 1st through the 17th of the month gets to vote for either the Ducks or the Beavers.
I hate needles, but my friend convinced me to do it. Had to get over the fear. He convinced me to try and transcend that, and it's a good thing to do. It's worth more than protecting myself to save somebody.
Our goal is 1,000 units, and I believe we've conducted 500 units at this point, which is about half of our goal met. Typically per day, we do collect about 200 units.
The people here are wonderful. You know, it's a community of giving, and hopefully it's all for a good cause. It all works out, just helping people, having a great day.
Construction crews at Oregon State will be busy come spring 2014 as a new residence hall will be built on Washington Avenue. This $4 million project will also include the installation of a traffic light at the corner of Washington Way and 15th Street. The new traffic light will not only affect cars but pedestrians as well. Some Oregon State students believe that the new light will be a great addition to the area, but others are concerned. Bicyclists may now have a tough time as the bike lane will become crowded with more cars parking on the right-hand side of the road. Crews are planning to finish this construction project by next fall in order to accommodate incoming freshmen. Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight. I'm Stephanie Paul.
And I'm Holly Clauson. We're glad you could join us this evening. For more of your Beaver news, make sure to watch us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter or Instagram at Beaver News. Thanks and have a good night.